I'm not like this all the time. I swear.
I'm normally like other girls.
No. I mean, yes, in the best ways possible.
Nice. Hello. Welcome back. I'm John.
I'm Sierra.
And this is And They Were Readers. So I spent a lot of time on my bookshelves. You know,
we've been talking about them a lot.
Yeah,
They're
and I
really
live here.
beautiful.
I love them. Obsessed. And I was thinking about, okay, say I had to like run out of here real fast. Place catches on fire, and I need to save some books. What books am I saving? What 5 books am I saving? And Sierra's here, so I'm gonna let her choose the same.
I get to choose 5 books too, but they're not mine, so I don't have the same sentimental attachment to them.
That's true.
Which changes my answers, I think.
That's fair.
And I would like to guess what's on your list.
Okay.
So that's for the video. Okay, so the books on your list that I think.
Yeah.
I think one of them is... Let's see if I can't get this title right now. One Day, Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This.
Okay.
Is that one of them?
Yep.
Okay, yay! You want to talk about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
That makes sense. Let me grab it. Nailed it. Okay. I've talked about this book before. I've even put on the Instagram story recently because my mom brought it on vacation with her, which was so touching. This is One Day, Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This by Omar El-Akkad. I read this a few months back. I think it was like February-ish. And I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. A lot of my favorite authors have read it and blurbed on the back, like Tommy Orange is here, Junot Diaz is here, which I haven't read yet, but I'm going to. I'll read the blurb. Because I don't know if I've ever actually done that.
I don't think you've ever done that.
Yeah.
So, like, to spice it up, because you've heard about this book every week for the past month.
Yeah, I know. And I probably
Which
won't
is
stop
fine.
talking
Like,
about
I
it.
love this book.
So, on October 25th, 2023, after just 3 weeks of bombardment of Gaza, Omar El-Akkad put out a tweet. One day, when it's safe, when there's no personal downside to calling a thing what it is, when it's too late to hold anyone accountable, everyone will have always been against this.
So powerful.
Right? And this was 2 years ago now. Anyway, this tweet has been viewed more than 10 million times. As an immigrant who came to the West, El-Akkad believed that it promised freedom, a place of justice for all. But in the past 20 years, reporting on the war on terror, Ferguson, climate change, Black Lives Matter protests, and more, and watching the unmitigated slaughter in Gaza, El-Akkad has come to the conclusion that much of what the West promises is a lie. That there will always be entire groups of human beings it has never intended to treat as fully human. Not just Arabs or Muslims or immigrants, but whoever falls outside the boundaries of privilege. One Day, Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This is a chronicle of that painful realization, a moral grappling with what it means as a U.S. citizen, as a citizen of the United States, as a father, to carve out some sense of possibility in a time of carnage. I said it before and I'll say it again. I underlined the crap out of this book. I wrote in the margins. I am obsessed with it. I have such now a deep connection to this book. It's one of the books that is like displayed fully front facing on my shelf. I'll recommend it to the ends of the days. Or until we find peace. Yeah.
I think what this book did a pretty good job of was like still holding space for nuance while also making a pretty strong argument. So you don't have to agree with everything in this book, but it does a really good job of making an argument in a way that helps you understand that it is multifaceted.
Yeah.
And it is complex, but also really quite simple when you break it down.
That's the first one.
That.
I would grab this off my shelf. It's really easy to access. It's number 1 because I could run past my bookshelf, throw an arm out, grab it, and keep going. So that's my first one.
Okay.
What is yours?
Oh, you're not going to guess?
Oh. From my bookshelf. Is it also this one?
No.
Dang. I feel like I'm going to be bad at guessing this. It's one of the... No, you haven't finished reading.
The hint is, I love it.
That's not a hint. That's the video.
Sorry,
That's the entire premise of the video.
It's not about whether or not I'd save it. It's about the fact that I love it.
Is one of them Greek lessons?
Yes!
Ah!
Wow,
Okay.
that's my first one.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't know what it is about this author. I actually made a friend in Paris, like not a friend, but like we were sitting next to each other at a coffee shop, and we just struck up a conversation. I don't even know what it was. I was leaving.
Were they reading?
They weren't in the moment,
Okay.
but come to find out, they're actually from Korea, and like they were reading the vegetarian in French to like practice their French,
That's so cool.
and then we just started talking about this author, and it was a really delightful time.
Nice.
She was very surprised by the fact that I like knew so much about Korean literature, and I was like, I've been best friends with someone from Korea for
Most
12
of your
years,
life, yeah.
or longer than that.
Yeah. No, this book is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love this book. I am so happy to have my bookshelf because I look at the books and I'm like, oh, I'll reread these for sure.
Yeah, they are like, there's a lot of books on the shelf that are like, you know what, when I'm having a day, I can probably just pull this book off the shelf and it's going to be a really enjoyable moment.
Yeah.
You don't even have to finish the book because you've already read it. It's like, I just want to feel what it felt like to read this book, you know? And that is really delightful.
Yeah.
Okay, let me talk about it.
Okay.
So one of the reasons I love this book is because how they wrote it, like the way that this book is structured is very unique to me. It says, as the lonely teacher finds himself drawn to the silent woman, we discover a deeper pain that binds them, rooted in their families, their histories, their pasts. And as the novel unfolds, their stories begin to touch and their voices to intersect with startling beauty as they move from darkness to light and from silence to expression before merging in a profound sense of unity. Okay, yeah. And it is just lyrically written.
Yeah.
When I want a lyrical book, I like this book.
I like this book. I like
that book. Yeah, I like that. All right, cool.
Wow.
My next guess for you.
Yes.
Open Water by Caleb Azuma Nelson.
Not
There's
necessarily. No notes? There's notes, but
Okay.
it wasn't part of the 3 that I am immediately saving.
What about 5? You said there's 5
I have
books.
5,
Yeah,
but
what about all of them?
I know, but I haven't decided the last 2.
Okay.
So it could be.
I'm going to throw out a really crazy... I have 2 crazy guesses.
Okay.
One of them is Divine Comedy because it's such a good cover.
Oh, that's a good take, but actually, I haven't shown my copy of Divine Comedy.
Okay.
Let's
give it a moment.
Yeah.
In a fire or a flood, it'd be hard to carry, to be fair.
It's thick.
But look at that.
It is pretty. It's quite beautiful.
The binding is really pretty.
Yeah.
Like the side, whatever that's called. And
the fire.
sometimes that side is not nice. It's just the front, so like
No.
it forces you to like display it. But this is a really nice.
Yeah, and it does a good job of explaining. Like
look at the back.
The Divine Comedy it's not just Dante's Inferno, which is the one that everybody is familiar with. The Divine Comedy has all 3 parts: Dante's Inferno, the Purgatorio, and Paradiso. So it does like the fire, like the blackness, the nothingness, and then the radiance at the top.
Did you show the back yet?
The back.
Look at that.
No, it's pretty.
And then the edges.
Yeah.
Are just gold.
It's gold. No, it's gorgeous.
But it's not getting saved.
It's not getting saved.
Sorry.
I bought this honestly like kind of way back when we were first getting into reading again, and I bought it before I had owned another copy of Divine Comedy, so I had to buy another copy that I was gonna read because I ain't writing in this. Girl,
It's so nice.
It's
so nice.
It's beautiful. Okay, do you have another guess?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
In Memoriam by Alice Wynn. Oh my gosh! What do you even like? Okay, one more guess.
Okay.
Orbital by Samantha Harvey.
Yes, that is
okay,
one.
thank God. Or else I don't know you.
That is one. This wasn't in the top 3, but it is one that I decided to save. This is Orbital by Samantha Harvey.
Okay.
It won the Booker Prize last year. We read it before it won the Booker Prize. At least I did.
You did.
Okay.
I was in the middle of it.
It is one of my favorite books of all time, for
Yes,
sure.
and I know that.
Yes, yeah. I have underlined entire pages in this book, and I dog-eared pages in this book, which I never do.
That's true.
Yeah, so it just talks about basically astronauts are orbiting the Earth in basically what is the ISS. They come from a bunch of different countries, and they're reflecting on life on Earth, life in space, what it means to be both a part of and separate from humanity. I know.
I love thinking about humanity. What is that about?
Right? Anyway, it says, a slender novel of epic power named the best book of the year, blah, blah, blah.
Where's the plot?
Orbital deftly snapshots one day in the lives of 6 women and men traveling through space. What?
Yeah.
There's no plot. And that's the book. There is no plot.
And that's actually so true.
No, it is true. And but it is beautifully written, and it is just reflecting on humanity, and yeah. I cannot
Such a good book. it's not for everyone.
I agree.
It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, and we said that, I think, at the beginning when we read it.
Sorry to our British viewers. I slip into a British accent, like, minimum 4 times a day.
That's so true.
I think that's, like, a result of my childhood and the theater energy that I grew up with.
This is what we bring to the table, and I apologize.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I'm not British.
Well...
We're not British. We're not British.
Our histories have been colonized.
Just come from a lot of British colonies.
And that's on that.
Your next book.
Guess.
Should I guess?
Of course.
A Prayer for the Crown Shy?
That's true. I was just about to get rid of it, though, for the book that I was going to replace it with.
Okay, I'll take that as a half win.
But I think I should talk about...
A Prayer for the Crown Shy, if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President, is a phenomenal...
I think it stays on my list.
Okay, and I would agree.
And I think I get rid of this one.
Wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, do you like the second one more? Prayer for the Crown Shy, or do you like A Song for the Wild Bill?
I actually like Prayer for the Crown Shy more, which is the second one.
Crazy.
I know, for you.
For me. This is A Prayer for the Crown Shy by Becky Chambers, which is the sequel to A Psalm for the Wild Built.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
Okay, so A Psalm of the What?
One more time, and you got it. Third time's the charm, that's what they say. Or third time lucky if you're from different countries.
Oh, that's fun. Third time lucky.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Okay.
I'm trying one more time.
Yeah.
Third time lucky.
You gotta get it.
A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers starts perfectly to me.
I agree.
I love the beginning.
Yep.
But in the middle, it got a little slow for me, and it was harder for me to lock in.
That's fair. That's fair.
You read this at a time in which this described your life pretty exactly, and I do apologize for really encouraging you to read it.
I was gonna say that was a crazy take.
I just needed someone to experience this with me, and we had just started reading, and I was like, I need some who? No one out there.
Who?
I'm an owl. So I had him read it, and he was like, "Why would you do that?"
Why would you do that?
But he loved it.
I did. It sent me into an existential crisis while I was living my best life.
Sorry.
No, but it was worth it.
But I prefer A Prayer for the Crown Shy, which is the second one, because I love a book in which we get to go deeper with the characters. And I just I don't even remember what happened in this book. I remember vibing.
I remember a beach. There was a beach at some point.
It says, after A Psalm for the Wild Built comes this tale of hope and acceptance in the second volume of the USA Today best-selling Monk and Robot series. I think that's what it was. We kind of got to the hope part and, the acceptance part, really. It says, after touring the rural areas of Panga, sibling Dex, a tea monk of some renown, and Moscap, a robot, sent on a quest to determine what humanity really needs, turn their attention to the villages and cities of the little moon they called home. I think I loved that. The idea that we've made the friendship.
Yeah.
And now we're on a little adventure to actually try to unpack what it is that humanity needs. What are the core things about humanity that not always are cross-cultural, but there's a lot of things that I feel are not a lot of things. There's a couple of things that might be shared across humanity, and I don't know what they are because I think culture is a really important factor.
Yeah.
But belonging might be one.
Yeah.
The stories that we pass on are really important. So those types of things, I think was a really interesting way to explore that. It says they hope to find the answers they seek while making new friends, learning new concepts, and experiencing the entropic nature of the universe. So I really love this book.
Yeah, it's a good one. Nice. Okay, it's me again.
Oh, I am head empty. Demon Copperhead?
No.
Oh my gosh. I'm naming all of your favorite books though, right?
These are definitely great books. I do love all these books.
Okay, I was gonna originally go with Project Hail Mary. That's what I said no to.
Yeah, that's enough. You're missing some major ones.
Major ones?
Yeah. It's a big part of my personality.
Part of your personality.
Unfortunately,
your
no.
Personality.
Personality.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
it's on a stand.
Yeah.
It's Interstellar, the complete screenplay.
It is. And I haven't read this yet.
And you haven't talked about it a lot, to be fair, but you talked about the movie a lot, and I forgot that you had the book.
Correct. So I'm going to show you two things. I'll show you this one in a second because
and that's why you're going to show this in the video. That makes
Yeah. I gave you a hint. I did everything.
I'm
You had all the tools. The tools were provided. Okay, this is the complete screenplay of Interstellar. It is my favorite movie of all time. Sorry if people disagree. It is what it is. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to devour it. Maybe I'd bring this one on vacation with me
It's
because
so big.
it's big, but I love it. And since I'm obsessed, if you've seen the movie, you know that they have these robots, and they are the coolest concept of robots I've ever seen in film.
Whoa.
For me, because you think of a robot and you think like it's like a humanoid robot. It's
Right.
like trying to mimic us, but they're just rectangles.
Yeah, it's so much better.
Right? And I think like the backstory of them is they replaced our like fighting force. They replaced soldiers and like Marines. And so this one's name is TARS. TARS plays a very important role in the movie. There's a few of these robots that we see. There's 3 of them. Case is one of them. And the way they move is really interesting. The way like they are set up and like initialized really interesting. The settings that you can change, but they also have their own personalities and they're funny, but you can change their humor settings. Anyway, I got this on Etsy. I really wanted some kind of like statue or thing of one of these robots, and they're kind of hard to find. So someone made like a custom Lego TARS, and I got it on Etsy. And now it lives on my shelf right next to the complete screenplay of Interstellar.
Incredible.
Yeah. So when I saved the book, I would also save TARS. I would save TARS before the book, actually.
So we
okay.
just took a little break and had a little bit of an existential conversation. So sorry if there's a mood shift.
That's good to explain. That is good to explain.
I felt the energy.
Yeah.
I like sucked it out of the room with my like thoughts.
No,
but
it was
okay.
good. It was good. When I was feeling by myself and I took a break, every time I sat back down, I would get more and more unhinged. What? I'm guessing your next book.
You're guessing my next
Oh
book.
my goodness. I don't even know. Maybe Receipt of Thief?
Oh, that's a good one, but no.
Whoa! I don't know where that came from.
I loved it. It was giving peanut butter baby.
The Anthropocene.
Nope.
What?
No, I probably, if I was my shelf, I would save it because it's signed.
Is it Becoming? I'm doing so bad.
It's not.
Oh, it's thick.
Yes.
Oh, John.
Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
Thanks, you're told.
It's obviously thick. I read this book because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Thick by Tressie McMillan Cottom.
Yeah.
This was the first collection of essays that I read in general. This was years ago at this point. I want to say it was 2019.
Wow.
Or maybe, yeah, I think it was like January of that year. It was the first time I read words and I was like, whoa, writing can be so beautiful. And also, I feel so seen. Like, I'm not a black woman, but I am a minority in this country who, like, does not fit into the mold. Like, I identify as Caribbean American because where do I belong? We're still finding out. And she just spoke to, like, the beauty standards and, like, intersectional politics of socialism and political identity and racial, like, constructs. And she kind of was able to put it all together in a way that I really resonated with. I think she's a brilliant writer. She's coming out with a new book soon, so definitely go check that out if you're interested.
Wow. Okay, I have 2 left.
Okay, go for them. I don't know.
Okay. You could have guessed this
Really?
one.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Is it on this shelf?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Huh.
It can't be. I keep saying that.
What can't it be?
It can't be the Great Gatsby.
It's not The Great Gatsby.
Oh, duh. I'm the silliest girl in school. I just kind of missed it because the cover like blends in.
Okay.
Look at it. It's just like
I
blends
don't want to
in.
look because I don't know if you're right yet.
It's a little life by
Okay.
Honey. Like, look how
It does blend.
Okay, I just kept
It's
missing
unassuming. Okay.
I gotta fix myself, and it's gonna take a second.
Okay.
Like, I'm sitting in the craziest way.
This is weird.
possible.
This is a lot.
You're gonna start talking? Okay.
Yeah, take your time. Do what you gotta do. I'll talk to them. I guess it does really kind of blend in. I feel like if I said this and I revealed it, you would have been upset.
Yeah, I'm so glad you gave me a chance to
yeah.
talk about your emotional. I'm really happy. That
This
you did
was
that.
the book.
You don't talk about it a lot anymore, but you want to reread it soon.
I do. This is either book number 1 or number 2 on the list of ones that I'm saving.
You have notes, yeah?
I have notes. I love this book. It's, again, not for everyone. This is the biggest trigger warning that I will give of any book that I own.
I have chosen not to read it.
Yeah. And there's people that I just simply wouldn't recommend it to, period. However, that being said, it truly, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, deepened and expanded my capacity for empathy in ways that I'm very thankful for. And that, like, I see the world differently because of this book. And I know that there's people that have different takes on it. People just call it, like, it's, like, too much trauma, like that this author just threw trauma in a book and then sold it and people ate it up. But I think it's more a story of friendship over the years, and the things that can happen in a person's life that make them who they are, things that happen behind closed doors that you don't know about when you meet a stranger, or even people in your life that you've known for years that you just don't know what's going on. So A Little Life follows 4 college classmates, broke, adrift, and buoyed only by their friendship and ambition, as they move to New York in search of fame and fortune. Oh, that was the end of the sentence.
I hate when that happens.
Hate when that
You're
happens.
doing out loud reading, and it's like, oh, this is going to be at the beginning of a phrase. And you're like,
Yep. Anyway, while their relationships, which are tinged by addiction, success, and pride, deepen over the decades, the men are held together by their devotion to the brilliant, enigmatic Jude, a man scarred by an unspeakable childhood trauma. A hymn to brotherly bonds and a masterful depiction of love in the 21st century, Hanya Yanagihara's stunning novel is about the families we are born into and those that we make for ourselves.
Yeah.
I will forever love this book. I do want to reread it. It's one that I took a break from in the middle because I was like, whoa.
It was early on in your reading journey.
It
I feel
was.
like, too.
It was.
It was before you left for Spain.
It was, yeah. But the writing is beautiful, and it was one of the first books where I was like, "Whoa, words are a lot. Words can do so many things."
Words are a lot.
Yeah.
Sorry, the way you said that. This is one of the only covers I've liked that has a real human on the front.
Oh, that's a good take.
Like, this is like art as
Yeah.
a photo,
Yeah.
and it's very distinctive that that's this book.
Yeah.
And I think that they did a great job depicting like the pain that you're about to encounter in this book.
Yeah. Okay, you have 2 left. I don't think I can guess them. Are they on my
They're
shelf?
so obvious, yeah.
They're so obvious.
I think.
When I make my move, you're free.
I feel like they're
the
so
king.
easy.
No, stop saying that.
Oh.
If an Egyptian class speak English,
I got rid of that for thick.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Um,
You're like in the right era of my reading.
I feel like it's gonna be on this shelf. It's not. This one almost made my list. Is it Pure Nessie?
Yes!
Okay, that's a good take. That's a great take, actually.
So this book almost didn't make it on my list because every time I enter a bookstore, I want to buy it. So like I find that if I didn't save it, I probably would just buy it again.
Oh, heard. Yeah.
But I do think that this is like just one of my favorite books ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. It like scratches a part of my brain and I don't know how to explain it. I always want to own this book so I can let someone borrow it.
I agree. This is one of those books that I see a lot of new readers get because it had like its moment on Book Talk.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that this is on there. There's some books that have moments on Book Talk and I'm like, I don't know if I'd like mass recommend this one. But this
is a pretty like easy mass recommend in general. Like there's not really any trigger warnings. There's like one moment that might be stressful for some people, but like in general it is a very like good book for the average reader.
Yeah.
And I would say when I first read it, the first third was hard to get through. And I remember being like, oh, but by the end I was like, okay. Yeah, and that was brilliant.
Yeah.
So when I recommended it to John, I was like, John, you have to read this book. Please.
Yeah.
I know it is technically fantasy, and that is not your genre. It was not at the time. He's definitely read a lot more.
Yeah.
At the time, he's like probably had read one, maybe in his whole life.
Yeah, truly.
And I was like, the first third is going to be hard. And like I remember we were at a coffee shop or something, and he was in the first third, and he was like, "Girl, I don't know about this book." Like,
I was just so confused. I was like, "What's going on?"
You're like, "What am I reading?"
Yeah.
I'm just reading journal entries.
Yeah, I kept wanting answers, and they never came.
Yeah. And then I get a text later that's like, "Girl, I get it."
I get it. 100%. Yeah.
So this is really fun. I'm not going to actually read the blurb. I want you to know that it's about... Actually, I'll read the first part. They did a good job. It says, Piranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless, its walls lined with thousands upon thousands of statues. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases, rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides, as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house.
Yeah.
Discover it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, maybe I'll reread it.
Yes. Okay, this one, is the answer, but it'll fluctuate. This is all subject to change because this is recent. It is The Sphere Cuts Through Water by Simon Jimenez.
Oh, honestly, I saw a lot of love for that in our comments.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything.
I almost broke it.
You broke it.
Ripped it.
Right.
This is still, if I'm taking Pure Nessie out of the fantasy genre, because like it's like
This is a banger.
yeah,
Period.
it's like a dabbling fantasy. This is my favorite fantasy of all time.
Yeah.
It is insanely good.
Do I have to read this?
I think so, but I have a lot on the list for you. Once you get through Trust, then I'll start recommending something else because Trust is going to be a heavy one.
So I will never read it. Oh, she did say that.
The Pessimist. This is basically a journey of these two young men that are kind of entrusted to restore balance to a nation, which sounds so vanilla when I say it like that, but I have to say it like that as to not give anything away.
Okay,
because
gotcha.
so many fantasies is like, yeah,
Sure.
two young guys or like a young group of people going on a quest to restore balance. Like that is most fantasies.
That's so fair. And that's so fair. Yeah.
That's Avatar: Last Airbender.
That's what I thought of.
Yep. So it is so much more than that because it is also like a family story, like an ancestral connection is involved. There's a lot of good like spiritual elements that are just tied throughout. I will read just the big blurb at the top.
Okay.
Two warriors shepherd an ancient god across a broken land to end the tyrannical reign of a royal family in this standalone epic fantasy from the author of The Banished Birds, which I haven't read. That is all you need to know. I'm not going to read anything else. Just know it's called The Sphere Cuts Through Water, and it's also a beautiful cover, and it is my favorite fantasy of all time as of now. Okay.
I can't wait to read more.
That's
Cheers.
I feel that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Crime and punishment, let me go.
It's punishment.
It's punishment. I can't wait to talk about that book. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's why you've only finished one book recently.
Correct.
Oh, he looks me into my soul.
Oh.
I haven't looked into your
Is
eyes
it In Memoriam?
all weekend. No.
Is it Babel? No. Whoa, hey. No Babel slander here.
No, but okay.
Yeah, you're right.
My takes on Babel.
Oh, it's Knowledge
really
When It Ends.
It's not. It's a good honorable mention, but it is not. I don't own it. But that's not the game. Sorry.
Yeah, I own it. Is the game. That's why I'm looking at this bookshelf. No, you own that. You own The Book Thief, so it's not that. It's a
book I own.
Oh, you said you did.
I don't own The Knowledge When It Ends.
Oh.
Maybe I do.
Girl,
Did I buy it?
your clues are whack. Let me tell you. You don't know what's going on.
But I do own the book that's on my list.
Okay. Oh. My arms are long though.
Oh, I didn't see that on your shelf. Oh, don't do that!
It's not over there.
Maybe.
It's hiding.
So? You should know this book.
You reach it. I honestly couldn't even see it. It was hiding behind the bee sting.
Oh, it was a little.
The Irish.
But I love this book.
I do. But I want you to know, until I saw it just then, I didn't see it on the shelf.
That's fair.
Okay.
Panenka. It was short-lived.
Short-lived.
I'm losing it, everybody. I'm losing it, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, so Panenka was a book I read right after I read A Song for the Wild Built. I read these at the same time, and you know how I know? It's because I read them on the treadmill that one time I had a gym membership. So it was a very brief season, and I did know that I read both of these books.
I remember that period of time.
You were here.
No, but I remember the vibe. We talked while I was gone.
That's true. We were still friends, obviously. Okay. So Panenka is a character study of this one man, kind of years after his height of fame, but then also his height of infamy. And so I really loved, this was the first time I read a character study, really, a book that really just dove into one person and their experiences and how they saw the world. And I was like, this is beautiful. And also the writing is stunning.
Stunning. So that's it.
Okay, look at our books.
We made a pretty big dent in things. It's okay. Yeah, this is them.
Oh, yay.
Wow.
These are good books.
Yeah.
These are not recommended for everyone, but
Correct.
I think Panenka and Piranesi are pretty good general recommendations.
I would agree.
A Prayer for the Crown Shy and A Song for the Wild Built, I think, is a great duology. So
I agree. I would say One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This is one I can recommend. And The Spirit Cuts Through Water.
yeah.
Orbital I wouldn't recommend only because there's no plot and it might be boring for some people, but if you can get through it, kudos.
That's why I'm like not recommending Greek lessons for everyone. It's the same reason. And
Same.
Thick is like a lot of commentary. You got to be in the mood. But I love it.
And A Little Life for the obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much for going on this journey with us.
Thanks for being here. We're excited to talk about books. I love my bookshelf. I love my books. Thanks for the bits. Anyway.
It's infiltrated our lives.
It has. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.
Bye.
See ya. Sometimes when I say see ya, I feel like I'm saying it now.